Hi you guys, I want to first start this video by saying, please watch this all the way through. Be kind. Don't leave any negative comments. And just know that this can happen to anyone for what I'm about to tell you.
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound.
Know that I'm not stupid, please. I reiterate, do not be mean or negative in the comments. I don't need it. Please, I'm begging you. Be kind. I just want to put this out there because what happened to me can happen to you. It can happen to your family, your friends. And I just want to put this out there for everyone that needs to hear this, or that should hear this. Everyone should hear this and see this. Yesterday, on July 3rd, I went to open up my computer. I will post a picture and up here, wherever, of what I saw. But yesterday, on July 3rd, my IP address and computer were hacked. They had all of my information. So when I opened my computer, I was prompted to call Microsoft. The screen that popped up again, I will post it up here. And it said you need to call Microsoft immediately. Do not ignore these boxes. Do not shut your computer off. Your computer's been hacked or it breached, whatever, compromised. You need to call Microsoft. So what did I do? I called Microsoft. First, I called the number that was up there, and I couldn't get through to anyone. So I looked up the Microsoft number. There was another number, I think, that popped up on the screen. I really don't know, but I called the number and I got through to a guy. The guy told me that that my IP address was hacked, or through my Wi-Fi, like my Wi-Fi got hacked. My IP address was hacked, and it probably happened through my YouTube channel. And because that's actually what I was going to do. I was going to upload a new video. And so he prompted me to do things, and I did everything he said. He told me that there were somehow, I don't know how he found this out. Again, I think I'm doing the right thing, and I'm listening to him, and I'm, taking this seriously. But he said that they got into my phone, they got into my bank account. My bank account was hacked, and there were charges of $950 to my bank account. I have two separate accounts. 400 was from one account, and then 550 was from another. 450 from one and 500 from another. And so he told me that he wanted to, there's a black screen on my computer, and he said, okay, does it say your name? This is what you need to do. So I started doing what he told me to do, and I thought he was fixing the problem. And I did everything he said. I listened to him because, again, I don't know. I think I'm doing the right thing. I'll probably say that a lot throughout this video. So he told me that one of the charges was from some website in Russia. It was a porn website, Pornhub. Somebody was trying to do something on some, I guess, Pornhub in Russia. And then the other charge was from a gambling site in China. And so I thought this was a legitimate thing. You know, I'm listening to this guy, and he said, you need to call your bank. And he asked me, he said, I'm working on your computer and trying to get it fixed. And I said, okay. He goes, but I need to, like, since your phone's been breached, your entire Wi-Fi, because again, I'm in my home. So he's like, your entire Wi-Fi system was hacked, your IP address. And he goes, I need to call you on a secured line. And I said, okay, because since I was at home and I was on my phone, this is the only phone I have. Of course, I think I'm doing the right thing. So I said, okay, that's fine. And he goes, what is the number to your bank? And he goes, you need to look on the back of your debit card, and you need to call your bank, because you're obviously, there's been these charges, and I didn't think anything of it. I didn't second guess him. I didn't ask, how do you know this? How do you have this information? He just, I guess, I thought, you know, Microsoft people, fraud, hacks, people that deal with cyber stuff. I thought that there's just a way for them to see this information. I don't know. So, I give him the 1-800 number on the back of my debit card, because he said that it needs to be done through a secured line, because since my phone was hacked. So he calls the number, and it said, thank you for calling my bank. I don't want to give that out to you guys. And so I think I'm talking, a lady answers, and I think I'm talking to my bank because I did all these prompts like I was supposed to. And a lady answers, and she gets my information, and she has all my information. And my bank information, my debit card number, everything. I have 2 debit cards with those 2 accounts, and they have my information. They have my everything. And so I'm like, okay, I believe that it's my bank. Again, I reiterate, please be kind. I'm not an idiot. I always catch stuff like this. And so I'm already embarrassed, and I'm frustrated, and I'm scared, and I feel violated. So I do what she says. She said that the Microsoft people were continuing to work on my problem. The guy that was apparently helping me, he gave me his name, his employee number, my case number. So again, I think this is legit. I'm like, okay, this is a legitimate thing. He gives me like a reference number for like the case and everything. Like I didn't know. And so, the lady tells me that the charges are pending in my bank account, but she said you can't look at your bank account because since your phone was breached, you can't open any of your apps. And because of the hackers, that they hacked everything, my IP address, my Wi-Fi, which my phone is obviously connected to my Wi-Fi through my home. And so I believe her. And because again, I think I'm talking to my bank. And so I don't look at the charges. But she said that I'm not allowed to call my husband. I'm not allowed to like talk to anybody about this because the money's going to be withdrawn. And if the hackers get, like, I guess they can get into your phone system. So if they know that any activities going on, they could completely wipe out my bank account. So I think I'm talking to my bank. I think I'm talking to who I need to talk to. The woman puts me on hold, and I guess she pretends to go and talk to the department that deals with this kind of stuff. So she comes back because I'm asking all of these questions. I'm asking her, you know, this kind of things happened before. Why can't you just cut off my card? And she said, because it's fraudulent charges, because apparently I authorized these charges. She said that at 6 a.m. I received a call authorizing these charges. And I said, I was asleep at 6 a.m. I did not authorize these charges. And she said, well, hackers can do that. They, somehow it says that it calls your phone and you are prompted to answer all these questions and push all these numbers. And I authorized it. She said that I said it was okay. And I said, no, I did not. And so, but the money wasn't drawn out of my account yet, but it was pending, is what she told me. And so, I second guess, but I start crying, and this should have been a sign, but I was bawling because $950 isn't a lot of money, but it is a lot of money to some. Can't you stop this? And she said, no, it's already pending and it's going to come out of your account. And I said, okay. And I'm listening to her, and she's telling me that I'm trying to remember everything, sorry. I start crying, and she tells me that crying is not going to solve anything, that I need to stop. And I thought that was very insensitive. If you're my bank and this is happening and it's almost $1,000, then like, why wouldn't you be sensitive to that? But I was just I always give people the benefit of the doubt. And I'm like, well, maybe she's, not like me. And so I stopped crying, and she asked me if I was near a store. And I said, yeah, I'm next to da-da-da-da. And she goes, okay, I need you to go over there, and I need you to encrypt your money, secure your money. And I was like, what do you mean? And she goes, the money you need to get the money that they're about to take onto some cards. And I said, why? I asked why, and she said, because that way the money can't be taken out of your account. And I said, well, why can't you just shut off my cards? And she goes, well, if I shut off your cards, then your entire account's going to be frozen because these are fraudulent charges. I said, well, what about my husband? And she said, yeah, he won't be able to use his card. And I said, well, when are we going to get new cards? When is everything going to be fixed? And she said, it's going to take 3 to 4 business days. And I said, okay, well, I mean, we need our cards now. Like, we need to use our money now. We have stuff coming out for bills. And she said, we're going to send you new cards. And I said, okay. And I asked her, I said, well, what address are you going to send these cards to? And she gave me my address. So I think I'm talking to my bank. I'm going to keep reiterating that I'm doing what I'm told to do and what I'm prompted to do. So I go to Whole Foods, and I walk in, and she goes, okay, have you found these cards? And I lied to her at first because my gut just started, something just didn't seem right. But I didn't know. And I kept hanging up on her, but she kept calling back. And I was like, maybe this is a serious thing if they keep calling me back. And it kept showing up as the Microsoft customer service phone number. Let me reiterate that. It was the Microsoft phone number. It was every single time. If you Google the Microsoft phone number, it was that number that was popping up. So I'm putting that out there to you guys. It was that number. So again, I think this is a secured line. I think that, so anyways, so I go out of the store, and I was like, look, I'm not finding these cards. And she's like, okay, well, can you find this card? And I'm like, she goes, you need to secure this money. This money's going to be withdrawn from your account in 3 hours. So I said, okay. So I walked in, and she said to me, if anyone asks you why you're getting such a large amount on these cards, you need to tell them it's for personal use. She goes, don't talk to anyone. If anyone asks you questions, you cannot speak to anyone because your phone has been compromised. And that should have been enough for me to not walk back in that store. But again, she kept, she didn't keep telling me, but when I was questioning her, you are speaking to your bank headquarters. And she would, of course, said the name of my bank. And so I said, okay. So again, I believe her. And so I go and I get the cards, and the workers at Whole Foods didn't ask me anything, but they just looked at me and they kind of pointed and they were talking, and they let me walk out of there with these cards. And I don't, she goes, you need to go to a quiet area and read me, there's a barcode. I need that barcode on the back of the card, or the code. And I said, okay. So of course I scratch off the cards. I give it to her on both cards. And because I'll tell you, one of the cards got denied. They denied it. Thank God. But it's still posted, but our bank has to shoot it back to us. So unless they were able to hack my account and get more money, I don't know. During the conversation, she asked me for my card number. And I just have a debit card number. That's all she asked for. And I said, wait, do you mean my account number? And she said to me during the conversation, whatever you do, never give your account number out on the phone. So again, I think I'm talking to my bank. But back to what I was saying was, so she asked me to go to a quiet area. And so I went and sat down, and I gave her the card numbers. You need to go to an ATM, and you need to secure all of the money in your account. And I was like, okay. So I text my best friend Omar, and again, she keeps prompting me, do not tell anyone about this. And I kept hanging up on her, and I called my husband, I called my best friend, and I was kind of talking to them about this. And I told my husband, I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, she's telling me to do this. And we thought it was a serious thing. And so I was frantic, and I thought our money was going to be taken. And, so he was like, okay, just do it. She's telling, at first he was kind of he didn't know what was going on. I couldn't tell him everything. So he was like, okay, do what she says. Just, okay, fine, whatever. And so I went, I did what I did. Well, then my friend Omar came and picked me up, and he was getting ready to take me to an ATM. And I had a notepad because, again, she's like, you can't, don't act frantic. Don't act like anything, because nothing's been fixed on our end. She reiterated everything, and she's like, it's just a very sensitive subject. And since it's fraudulent charges, you agreed to these charges. You just don't panic. And I was, again, I'm listening to her because I think it's someone from my bank. And my friend Omar, I write down on a notepad for him everything that's going on, and he instantly wrote on the notepad back, you are being scammed. And I immediately hung up the phone and turned off my phone. So what we did do was we took my computer and the cards to the store where I had given her the card numbers off the back of. Sure enough, the money was gone. The money was completely gone. It was wiped off the cards. And my computer was hacked. My information was taken. The guy at Best Buy said that it was likely a one-time occurrence. This happens all the time. I allowed someone to steal our money, and I am embarrassed. I'm upset with myself. I'm terrified to even open my computer right now. I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to open up my bank information on my phone. We have to get a new I guess router or IP address. We have to get all of that. We have to get a new SIM card put in my phone. And we have to get, we're gonna get some new spyware put on my computer, some extra spyware. But I have not opened it since this happened yesterday morning. I didn't sleep last night. My husband is not mad at me. He's, and he can't be here to comfort me, so this is hard because, our channel is, based around our long distance marriage, and I really need him. I'm not mad at him. It's not his fault. He's not mad at me. He wants to comfort me, but he can't be here. And I just feel stupid. I catch stuff like this all the time. I'm so diligent about checking our accounts. I'm diligent about everything, and I am so cautious. And these people just put fear into me, I guess. I just fell for it, and it's the dumbest thing in the entire world, and there's nothing I can do. $900 is gone. They got $400 from one account and $500 from another account. $900. Like I said, it's not a lot, but it's a lot to some, and we will be okay. We will be okay, but God, you guys, I just need to put this out there because I'm gonna tell you, if you open up your computer and you don't know any better, take your computer to Best Buy. Don't call the number. Take your computer to an expert. Please don't call that number. Don't be stupid like I was. Don't fall for it. I promise I'm not dumb. I catch stuff like this all the time, but I didn't know that this was a thing. I don't watch the news. I don't keep up with things like this. If this has been a thing that's been ongoing, I didn't know about this thing. And now I do, and I want to share it with you guys, and in hopes of keeping this from happening to someone else. Never, ever, ever give any information to anyone. It's sad because they had all of my information. That makes me just feel so scared because someone else has all of my information, a person, and you think you're talking to the right people. I think I'm talking to my bank, and this whole time they're having this conversation with you, not having a conscience, not caring that you're a human too, and they just it burns me. It makes my blood boil. It's the saddest thing, and I made a stupid choice, and I can't take it back. And I'm angry at myself. I'm so freaking embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to put this out here. I'm terrified to put this video out here. I hope that every single one of you who watches this just learns from my mistake and my stupidity. And my husband keeps telling me that I'm not stupid, but I can't help but feel stupid. I am usually the first person to catch a scam. I'm the first person, and it's crazy because normally when phone calls pop up, it says scam likely, but like I said, every time it was the Microsoft number. I don't know how that happened. I don't know anything about hacking. I don't know anything about fraud. I don't know anything about that stuff. But again, I reiterate, please be nice. Don't leave me any negative comments. I am begging, please be kind to me. And just pray that this doesn't happen to anyone that you know or yourself, and just be smarter about it than I was. Because this definitely has it's changed me forever. I'm definitely terrified. Like I said, I didn't sleep at all. I don't want to open up my computer. I don't want to open up any apps on my phone. I don't even want to hold my bank card. I have to go get new bank cards when my husband comes back. We have to do all these things because of me. And he said it's not my fault. And I'm trying to believe that, but I didn't know any better. And I just want you guys to know that this happens, and they can make you believe anything they want. And I just wanted to share this with the world and with you guys, that I got hacked, I got scammed, and this has forever changed me and the way I view technology and things, and I will make sure to have the most security that I can from technology so that this doesn't happen to my husband, myself, or anyone else. I hope everyone out there who has their lives on social media or whatever has the best protection that they can possibly, and just please don't do what I did. If anyone ever is on the phone with you and they tell you, do not speak to anyone if anyone asks you these questions. Don't do it. It's one thing, no one talked to me at Best Buy, or not at Best Buy, no one talked to me at Whole Foods, but at Best Buy, that's the first thing they asked. They said that's the first thing they asked because this stuff happens all the time, and I was like, I didn't know. I didn't know. I hope you guys I don't want to say enjoyed this video, but I hope you guys watched all the way through. And just please be kind. And share this with whoever you are around so that they know it can happen to anyone. Apparently this kind of thing happens all the time. I mean, there's more that I could share, but basically in a nutshell, just that's what it is. I hope you guys have a great 4th. I hope you guys will give this video a thumbs up, share it, comment below if you have any questions. Feel free to ask any questions. I will answer any questions any of you have. Please leave positivity, leave prayers, leave love, leave kindness. Subscribe, follow us on our journey. I hope all of you have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and I hope nothing like this ever happens to any of you out there. Thank you for watching, and I really appreciate it.